Hey YouTube, and welcome back to the Poker Owls channel. Blue back again, bringing you another breakthrough deck profile. This time we're bringing you Haxorus, the 160 HP Dragon type Stage 2, with the 3 attacks, Dragon Dance for a single colorless. As long as this Haxorus is your active Pokemon, each of its attacks does 100 more damage. You cannot add more than 100 damage in this way. Now this Dragon Dance attack is the main attack that we really want to feature in this deck showcasing, just because it's such a crazy attack. I mean, it boosts each of our attacks or 100 damage every turn, as long as it stays as our active Pokemon. So if they can't get rid of it, if they can't knock it out or Lysander something up, or play Escape Rope to get us out of the active spot, our attacks are gonna stay boosted. Now the other 2 attacks that it has are pretty good attacks on their own, relatively cheap attack cost for both of these. Sharp Fang for another colorless, doing 60, 80 with the Muscle Band, 100 after the Dragon Dance, 180 after the Dragon Dance. So that Sharp Fang attack will knock out EXs, and that is the attack we'll probably be using most of the time. Now the Dragon Pulse for fighting and the Steel does 130, 250 max after Dragon Dance with the Muscle Band, so that will knock out Megas even. So this Pokemon really has an immense power after that Dragon Dance, and the only problem is that it is rather clunky deck Pokemon to even get going, so he really has to have most of the deck's resources really revolving around him to really get his strategy going. So we'll go ahead and showcase the deck profiling to really show how exactly we get him going. Now we do only run three of the Haxorus line, no stage 1 Pokemon in there. The other Pokemon we run is Deoxys, and this Deoxys is mainly for the draw support that it comes with, to help us get the pieces of the puzzles that we need. Other than that, we have all kinds of Pokeballs to get the Pokemons to our hands. But before we get started on the items, I want to kind of explain my draw support. If you guys might have noticed, I only run 3 Tiernos as far as draw support. So no Sycamores, no Judges, no Shaunas or Birches or anything like that. So Tierno being our only draw supporter, getting us 3 cards from our hand, probably the best one that we like to use. We run 4 Skyless to get us that piece, that certain catalyst that we need to get our plants going. So Skyless definitely a huge role in this deck. Other than that, we run 1 Pokemon Center Lady, 2 Lysanders, 1 Hexmania, and 1 AZ, basically just to keep everything revolving around him. As far as the items go, we run 3 Heavy Balls and 4 Ultra Balls to really get all the Pokemon that we need into our hands. Since we don't shuffle our hands or discard it all back, we like holding on to everything we need for right when we need it. Other than that, we run 3 Rare Candies to get our evolutions going, and 3 Super Potions, just because it'll heal 60 damage for 1 energy, and Haxorus' attack is so cheap that we don't really mind discarding an energy whenever we need to. And our Stadium of Choice is Training Center, boosting our Haxorus attack by 30, making it a whopping 190. So definitely has a high HP, stronger than most X's in the game, right? Most EXs in the game right now. And so yeah, we definitely like using that. Other than that, as far as the items, the tools go, we run Lucky Helmets for our Deoxys and Muscle Bands for Haxorus, just hitting those magic numbers, 180 after Dragon Dance and 250 to really assure those knockouts. Definitely a real clunky deck, not the best. I mean, obviously it gets completely wrecked by item lock, but other than that, definitely a beast when it gets going, and definitely something you want to keep your eye open for, just because you don't want to get swept by a Haxorus after a Dragon Dance. But we'll go ahead and showcase the deck and get into a few matches, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, we're here with Addicted to Magic, running Water and Electric and colorless. So let's go see. So he did end up guessing heads, so let's see who goes first. Okay, so we're gonna lead off with a Deoxys. Okay, so we see a few Headringers and Electric Energies. So probably a disruptive deck, it seems. Yeah, I'll go ahead and draw into an extra card. Alright, so we see Regice. Maybe it's Ice Mega Man. It seems like so. Luckily, we're not going to be disruptive by it too badly. And if he doesn't really start knocking out my Haxoruses, he could be in a tough spot for him. But we'll see how this goes. So yeah, he grabs onto a Manectric. Now this is definitely a deck that did pretty good, I believe, in a few. Well, it's been topping a lot, in a lot of the recent tournaments. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good start, really. We'll grab onto our Axew, and we'll Skyla. Yeah, for a heavy ball to grab onto Haxorus, since we had that rare candy already in hand. We'll go ahead and play that, and then attack with Deoxys. I mean, we didn't get an item for anyone, but that's alright. It's not too bad of a start since we do have that double dragon in hand there. So we got an AZ. That's very useful for just swapping out my Haxorus and keeping them from getting a knockout. Even though one prize isn't bad, I can still just rare candy for another one later. And 190 is kind of a lot to work with after our stadium is down. Okay, so he brings out my Axew. So I'm kind of glad I didn't get an energy, a tool attached to it, just to keep this Manectric from doing as much damage as it can. So we went for the overrun, and I guess he avoided me drawing on to anything else. I did get my stadium, which is kind of what I was hoping for. So I think he can't knock me out just yet. Yeah, and I'm gonna pick up this Deoxys to keep him from stopping me from doing my play with Lysander. So we'll go ahead and get that Dragon Dance. Let's see how he plays his turn. So yeah, he needs to hit me for 170 to win the game. Okay, now he has to hit me for 140. He plays an Electric Energy onto and does Psychic Assault. Definitely a rough spot for him. We get another energy, so I'm gonna actually play that instead of opting to go for anything else. So we definitely gonna play this Startling Megaphone for now, and use this level ball to grab onto that Axew to keep from getting it knocked out. Let me see what I want to do now. I think I want to grab a rare candy. No, I can't play a supporter just yet. But yeah, for now, I'm going to just knock that guy out with Dragon Pulse. Since I don't have an a band on it, I can't knock it out with just a Sharp Fang. I have 80 HP left, so he can get a Muscle Band and a double colorless on that Regis. He will just win the game. Simple as that. Now, in this type of build of deck, I would assume that if he does run double colorlesses, they're just for Reg Ice, because Mega Man doesn't really need it. So, if he doesn't run, yeah, he plays a water, and gets a tail for the paralysis. That's a bummer for him. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna go ahead and just play my Axew for now. I can potentially heal some damage off of this guy. Yeah, that may, after the stadium, that may just save me a good turn. I'm not sure if it matters, but I'll get rid of the fighting. Yep. Okay, it leaves me at 50, so I'll just TNO for now. Alright, I did get my stadium, so that's wonderful. And I can Skyla, but all I need to do is the Sharp Fang to do 160. Since I'm still in the active spot now, that's why this card is just so powerful. Like and it really has a potentially fast start with such a low cost to do that much damage. Now its only drawback is that it is a stage 2, so a lot of the deck has to be dedicated to Haxorus. Okay, so now that he knocked out my stadium, I have 110 HP left, but without any energies, he really has to either Mega Turbo and Mega Evolve, which isn't that much of a stretch really, but a lot of people don't play Mega Turbos with Mega Man. He's playing his hand, so he might just stretch out again. Okay, so he got the Mega Man. Does he have the Mega Turbo? He ends his turn right there, so it's definitely looking pretty rough. He didn't knock me out, so I actually need an energy. I'm gonna go ahead and play these Pokeballs. Okay, so no more Haxorus. Level Ball. No more Axews. Yeah, I'll go ahead and tier now. Hopefully I get an energy and a stadium. Not quite the stadium, but we definitely got an energy. We'll grab one of both for now. And since I have a rare candy, I'll go ahead and evolve onto a Haxorus. And let's see, what do I need? Yeah, I'm gonna need to really hit as hard as possible to knock this guy out. We'll go ahead and Dragon Pulse. 230, strong enough to knock a Mega out. Just powerful, this Pokemon, really. Yeah, he'll probably just concede. I mean, he doesn't have nothing else started. Okay, so he promotes Manatrik. Yeah, so definitely a weird build for this deck. He went ahead and conceded, but you guys definitely saw the power that this thing can do. And it's kind of a unique build, really. It's hard to really figure out how to really go around this. And I mean, it might just catch you by surprise that Dragon Dance keeps his attack boosted for so much. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and try to find another mech. Alright guys, we're here with Beachy-Fu, running Psychic and Colorless. Beachy-Fu, I really don't know. Let's go see if it's heads, and we got the coin flip. Go ahead and go first, see what we start off with. And we got one mulligan so far. But so did our opponent. They seem to be running a Psychic deck. I saw Dimension Valley in there. With the Bridget, yeah, that might be some sort of Gengar deck. The new Breakthrough Gengar with Freak Show. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with Axew. My opponent's kind of, okay, yeah, they got their mulligan. So he played Phantom. Oh no, let's go ahead and play as many of these items that we can. Man, this is not good at all. I'm not too sure what I need, really. I know I need to get my... Yeah, let's go ahead and play Haxew down. Let's grab a Haxew. And... yeah, Haxorus is as well.
Now the only problem is, now that that's pretty much how it is, yeah, I'm really stuck. So I'm sure this is gonna get knocked out. So we're gonna go ahead and extend all the way and do that. And I'm gonna grab onto my Hex Maniac because I'm gonna need to be able to play that rare candy to even evolve onto Hexers just to start attacking. Don't see Hex Maniac anywhere in here. I'm not too sure why that is, if it's prized, if I even have one in the deck. It might just be completely in a rough start. I'm gonna grab onto that rare candy. I mean, hoping that he doesn't evolve, which he may just, just Wally first turn. Ideally is what he wants to do. So he plays a Muscle Band, so we're gonna play his items. He played Steven, he's not gonna Wally. We have the turn to get a Hexerus going. Now the only problem is that we kind of need to get energies on it to start knocking out. So we got the Wally for next turn. Definitely bought us that turn that we needed to start. Now I think that Tierno is gonna be the guy that really keeps us. Oh, he got rid of a Hexerus. Wow, that could have been bad. We got the energy. We're gonna start doing some damage, and we got the win. So definitely, wow. Definitely lucky for us. I feel bad for my opponent a little bit, but I mean, sometimes that's just how it goes. Go ahead and get the Dragon Pulse going. Just get a strong enough attack, but definitely fighting for that evolution to really cripple our opponent. So that was a quick one. We'll go ahead and get another one going, see what else this deck can do. Alright guys, so let's get into another match with Rudog running Fire, Psychic, and Colorless. So we're going ahead and calling the coin flip, and let's see if it's heads. And we called it right, alright. Must be a lucky Dragon Ray coin. So we're gonna go ahead and go first. Okay, so me and my opponent both mulligan, and we actually see a Team Magma admin. Are we playing a Magma deck, or maybe that's just used for a camera up sort of deck? But haven't really seen a Team Magma deck online. We're gonna go ahead and start off with the Oxford. Opponent got a basic as well. Okay, so he drops a Numel, so not too sure if it's a Team Magma deck or a Camera Up EX deck, because both of them do utilize that Numel, well, the Camera Up really. We'll go ahead and grab onto 2 energies. Wow, we have two fighting energies prized, or not prized. We have 1 prized. Go ahead and play Tierno. Alright, that'll grab us. A lucky helmet. We'll go ahead and use level ball for our Hexerus. Not too much we can do after that. We'll hold off on that Stadium. We'll just close encounter to end our turn. That's what we draw onto. I would have liked to see an Axew first turn, but we're gonna have to get him with that level ball, and then evolve the turn after that. So my opponent's alright. So he's getting off to a pretty good start. He's getting some fire energies into the discard pile with that Battle Compressor. He's gonna already be able to start evolving next turn with that Numel, so he probably doesn't want that thing to get discarded or get knocked out. He'll probably try to opt to get it out of the active position with a Numel EX. I mean with the Camera Up EX. So he's Battle Compressing again. So he's definitely deck thinning, and he hasn't really seen what I'm playing, so I'm not too sure what exactly he wants to get rid of. Maybe a Lysander and Hex Maniac, or a Draw Supporter or something. Let's see, got rid of I think a few Pokemon, yeah, a few Numel, so that's the only Numel he wants to see, I'm guessing. He played Skyfield, stretching out the field. He played Team Magma Admin. He's grabbing those back to his hand with that. Alright, so pretty good play for him. He's going to drop Shaman for a strong 4. His opponent got rid of 2 muscle bands, it looked like. So he's gonna drop a Camerupt DX. And that's how our opponent's gonna end the turn. He didn't drop an energy, it looked like, yeah. So he missed an energy drop. We're gonna go ahead and play the level ball grab and Axew. And put him on the bench. Yeah, I kind of want to not put any type of item on it just yet. Yeah, I'll counter his stadium. And let's attach an energy. I'll put a steel energy on him for now. Yeah, we haven't lost any Pokemon or items or energies for that. Super Rod, so we'll go ahead and just close encounter for the turn. Okay, so next turn, my opponent's gonna need to drop quite a good amount of fire energies. So he evolved one of his Camerupts, puts a double colorless on the EX, so he's ready to start attacking, and he's blacksmithing. Okay. He's kind of stuck with that Numel on the bench, so we're gonna get a Swords Dance off before he can really set up an attack. The bad part is that he may... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that and get that going. My opponent does have a small hand, so he's really kind of running out of time for pretty much anything. I want a Skyla for a Lysander. I'm gonna go ahead and just retreat my Hexorus out of there. I would have liked to see another Axew. Oh, I don't have a Skyla just yet, darn it. I have to grab onto that Tierno or play Tierno. And let's just go ahead and... Okay, so we did end up getting a Skyla and another Stadium, as well as an Axew. So, not too sure if I want to drop Axew just yet. I'll hold off on that energy as well. So just go ahead and get that Dragon Dance off. Or can we knock that out? We don't have a Muscle Band, so let's just go ahead and do that Dragon Dance for now. And AZ may be helpful, but hopefully he doesn't counter our stadiums, hopefully leaving our HP at 190. So he ends the turn with that, doesn't get an energy or anything of the sort. We get a VS Seeker, which is definitely going to be useful to us. I'm going to go ahead and Skyla. Let's see, we'll grab onto Lysander for next turn if he doesn't do anything. I kind of want to opt to keep that Numel alive for now, but yeah, you know, he can't really knock us out just yet. Yeah, it seems to be a pretty good play right there. We'll go ahead and Dragon Fang, knocking that Numel out. I'm sure he'll send out Camerupt to attack us, but he won't have quite enough of an attack power, quite strong enough attack to knock us out. We're gonna have to drop a few more energies to really get the 200. I believe he failed to actually use... No, he doesn't have any more in the discard pile. That's quite awful for him. So he doesn't promote the Camerupt EX. He sends in Shaman instead. And that's rather rough for him because we did grab onto that Lysander with Skyla. So he'll probably concede after we knock that Camerupt EX. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's see. Can we do anything else? Let's just go ahead and play that Lysander. And Dragon Pulse for the knockout. Yeah, so my opponent definitely in a tough spot, not being able to do anything with his Hexorus. So he needs to get it out. He needs a Lysander or Even an escape rope would help him out, just because I'm not able to get rid of this Deoxys just yet, but it's not really a smart idea to leave an empty bench against this Camerupt deck, just because they are able to drop nukes pretty fast. I mean, they can potentially do it in one turn, but it kind of takes a few resources to do that. He's actually powering up that Camerupt, so he's going to proceed to attack with it as well. Not too upsetting for me. I'm just glad he hasn't conceded. I mean, it's looking pretty slim for him. So he moved the Fire Energy onto Shaman. I'm actually going to knock this guy out. I'm going to play my Pokemon Center Lady, which I'm sure is very upsetting to him. I'm going to drop a Muscle Band. I mean, it may be overextending, but just in case he does move me around, I'll still be able to have that little bit of a boost. So I'm still hitting for 100, that boosted 100 attack, just because I'm still on the active after that Swords Dance. So still haven't seen an AZ to pick up this Deoxys. But that Shaman's definitely, oh no, he's probably going to draw it back. Okay, so we could have won. Okay, so my opponent promotes that. Oh, we did grab an AZ actually. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and AZ up that Deoxys, and we'll Super Potion. Let's get rid of that Fighting Energy since we have that in hand. Play one more. And yep, just go ahead and attack with Sharp Fang. So we definitely got started a little faster than our opponent's Camerupt could. Kind of securing us the knockout, just being able to attack for such a high amount, just back to back. My opponent's still attempting to make a play, but the fact that I don't run any EXs, it's going to be a long battle for him. So he's dropping a Shaman, definitely extending this play to as far as he can. He counters my Stadium, dropping my HP down to 160. But he ends his turn right there, so we'll go ahead and attack and just wish him a GG as well. So he was a good sport and stuck in there till the end. Go ahead and just Sharp Fang. So yeah, that was pretty much the Haxorus deck though, you guys. Definitely a fun little deck. Not the most competitive, but definitely a monster when it gets going. Let us know what you like, and we hope you guys are enjoying the breakthrough content that we're bringing you. So stay tuned for much more. This is Blue, signing out.